Welcome back, Ghoulies, for season 2 of Where the Ghoulies Spill the Tea. We hope you missed us in this short break as much as we have missed you. This season, we will be covering Cinematic Criminology. We are diving headfirst with the 1960 film Psycho, followed up by the man that may have inspired this horror movie villain, along with many well-known villains, Ed Gein.
Ah, yes, the Norman Bates at home Ed Gein, who is far less sexy than Anthony Perkins.
Far less. So let's hop in the shower and hope there isn't anyone behind the curtain. Today on Where the Ghoulies Spill the Tea. So Psycho was based on the 1958 novel of the same name written by Robert Bloch, directed and produced by Alfred Hitchcock, screenplay written by Joseph Stefano. We start the movie in the afterglow of some off-screen premarital sexy time.
Ooh, scandalous.
Our lady, Marion Crane, and her boyfriend, who is currently going through a divorce, Sam Loomis. As Marion prepares for her day, she mentions how she can't wait for his divorce to finalize so they could get engaged. Sam agrees with her, but states that she would have to wait because of all the alimony he owes his ex-wife. But in the meantime, they could pretend to be a married couple to rent out a room together. Marion is greatly displeased with this, stating she doesn't want it to be pretend. Girl, if we haven't been there ourselves, we know someone who has. Happens to the best of us.
So, we follow Marion to her day job as the assistant to a real estate agent. Her friend and coworker Caroline comments that her husband was greatly displeased with her for taking tranquilizers right before their first night together. You know, normal office conversation. Our lady Marion is not really paying her any attention as she fixes up her desk. In comes her boss with a big spender who is buying his daughter a house for $40,000 in cash. Ghoulies, that is $435,320 in today's economy. You know, more than I currently have. The client hands the money to Marion, and from our point of view, it looks like he's hitting on her. Marion's boss instructs her to take the money and deposit it immediately. So, can we guess what our lovely gal does? Is it A, follow her boss's instructions? B, go on a shopping spree? C, leaves her town in order to give the money to her boyfriend? Or D, deposit the money in her personal account and run away?
Ooh. Is it C?
If you chose option C, you are correct.
I also would like to mention that the tranquilizers that her coworker was taking was horse tranquilizers.
Oh, no. Oh, man. If it wasn't one thing, it was another. Horse tranquilizers or lobotomies, ladies. Pick your choice.
Or help from the doctors. Our girl dips out of town, starts heading out to Bakersfield, California, where Sam lives. After a power nap at the side of the road, Marion is startled awake by a police officer who questions why she just didn't stay at a motel. This encounter activates her paranoia on account of, having all that cash money on hand illicitly. Believing she is being followed, Marion makes it into town and buys a new car. In cash, mind you. The cop from earlier is still suspicious of her and was tailing her, because of course he was. He's the popo. That's what they do. Marion sees him and dips out in her new car. She doesn't get too far before getting caught late at night in heavy rain, where she finds herself at the Bates Motel. The motel is empty, but she sees the house just behind it and has its lights on. Honking her horn, she watches as a man rushes out of the house towards her. Here, Ghoulies, is Norman Bates, the current owner of the motel. A problematic favorite. Before you ask, no. You can't fix him. Lady Mel tried.
I really did, and I was super sad. Why are all the cute ones crazy? So, our girl has a somewhat deep talk with Norman and lets it slip that she's actually from Phoenix, Arizona. Girl, why? Because this causes Norman to check the ledger all motel owners keep at this time regarding clients after they say goodnight to each other. And surprise, surprise, our girl did not write her actual home state or real name. Now, Norman doesn't like shady ladies, and his mother even less so, as we're about to find out. We are quickly moved into the reason this movie is rated R. For toilet. We cut from cinema's first on-screen toilet to the most iconic scene in the film. Marion is taking a nice shower when from the curtains we see a shadowy figure in a dress wielding a knife. A A few slashes later, our not quite final girl Marion is no longer in our plane of existence. A few minutes pass, and all that can be heard from the house is Norman screaming, "No! Mother, why?" as he is rushing to the crime scene.
Like any good son, Norman starts cleaning out the room and hiding everything in Marion's new car, along with her body. Now remember, the money Marion was carrying around? Well, she had hidden it in newspaper for extra security. That was also thrown into the trunk of her car as well. Norman drives her car to a swamp and pushes it in, letting it sink to the bottom with all the evidence and the remaining amount of money Marion had from those $40K. We cut to Marion's sister, Lila, who has been searching for her missing sister for a week. No one has heard from her, and Lila is confronted with a PI that Marion's boss hired in order to find her and the stolen money. Lila says she hasn't heard from her sister at all, and that she had left when Lila had been away for the weekend. After talking with the PI, Lila makes her way to Bakersfield, California to confront Sam, because most of the time in these situations, the significant other has something to do with the crime. To her shock and the PI's, he had the same idea as her. Sam hadn't heard from Marion, and he was devastated to know that she had stolen from her job to help him out.
So the PI says he's going to investigate all of the motels nearby for any signs of Marion and would reach out back to them. The PI eventually ends up at the Bates Motel, where he informs Norman that he is looking for Marion. Norman is nervous and says that he hasn't gotten anyone in a while. Now, we all know that that's a lie, but that's for the PI to figure out. The PI, of course, doesn't believe him, as he swore he saw a woman sitting by the window of the second-story house. He is able to call Lila and give her a little bit of information before heading back to his car. Now, remember, this is like way, way back in the day. He called from a phone booth, didn't have a cell phone. Very difficult to trace back. Then the PI disappears. Sam and Lila head to the sheriff's house for help, where they find out that Norman Bates' mother has long since passed away. Sam and Lila are convinced that Marion had to be in the Bates Motel, so they go there and rent a room pretending to be a couple. They convince Norman to step away for a bit and find Marion's alias written in the ledger. Sam stays to confront Norman, and Lila slips away to find Norman's mother and confirm if she really is alive, like the PI said. What Lila finds is the corpse of Mrs. Bates in the basement, and Norman Bates rushing at her from the top of the stairs in a dress, wig, and wielding a knife. Thankfully, he is taken down by Sam and a few police officers.
We cut to the police office where a psychologist comes out from the room Norman Bates is being detained in and informs them that there are two people in Norman's body. The first being himself, and the second is the personality that was modeled after his mother. She only became active when Norman felt attraction to other females, causing this personality to kill them if it was deemed that Norman was being rejected. The psychologist was questioned about what Norman did with the money, and the psychologist responded that it was most likely in the swamp. The movie closes with us hearing the mother personality thinking through Norman. Now, Ghoulies, we're gonna hit the real-life horror villain, Ed Gein.
Ooh, spooky.
Ed Gein was born August 27, 1906, in La Crosse, Wisconsin. He lived with his mother, Augusta Gein, father George Gein, and older brother Henry Gein. Gein was said to idolize his mother, to the great concern of his older brother. Augusta was known to be verbally abusive and would isolate her children, warning them against devilish, immoralish women, and discouraging them from making friends or interacting with other people. Henry would confront Augusta in front of Gein, which didn't help their brotherly relationship. The family lost George in 1940 due to a heart failure, and a short 4 years later, Henry was declared dead under mysterious circumstances in a fire in their farm. It is speculated that Ed Gein actually killed his brother, as he was the one to inform the police of his missing brother and led them directly towards his brother's body. After the death of his mother, Augusta, in 1945, Ed Gein closed off the section of the house his mother would frequent and kept them like a shrine to her. He supported himself by being a handyman and babysitting.
I'm starting to see some of the parallels already between Ed and Norman. Specifically, the whole closing off areas of the house and keeping them as a shrine to his mom.
Yes, so we're seeing a lot of the similarities right now regarding that. We're going to see how much more similar they're going to get in a point.
And speaking of scared, Ghoulies, for those weak of heart and squeamish, I please ask you to go, fast forward a bit. We've got bloopers, we've got movie commentary in this episode. We're not going to be posting any photos of Ed Gein's crime in these formats. The internet exists, if you're that curious. We may revisit the possibility, but for now, we're just going to stick to a more verbal component.
After his brother's death, which was considered accidental even though he had bruising to his head, Ed Gein truly spiraled after his mother's passing. The police started to look into Ed Gein when a town local went missing in 1957, and Ed Gein was the last person seen with her. Ed Gein's last victim was 58-year-old Bernice Warden, a hardware store owner. Police following the tip visited Ed Gein's farmhouse and were in for a nightmare. Now, Ghoulies, this is the part where we mentioned from up above, if you're squeamish, things like that, please go ahead in time. Give or take a few minutes, probably like 10 minutes. There is conflicting information on whether if the police found her in the shed or in his kitchen. So we're not certain about where her body was located here.
We do know for certain that it was on his property.
That is true. We know that she was found on his property.
Was she found on his property? And how was she found on his property, Jess?
She was found decapitated, disemboweled, and hanging from her ankles. Further investigation of the residence left more terror. Furniture and clothing made of human skin. The more infamous pieces being a chair covered in human skin, a human face lampshade, a nipple belt, and a woman's suit.
I'm sorry, a nipple belt?
Yes, a nipple belt. Have you ever seen it?
I'm imagining it, and I'm not sure I want to, bro.
I have seen it.
Oh, no. Did you sleep after you saw it?
Took a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'll show it to you after.
Oh, great. Honestly, this is starting to give Silence of the Lambs a little bit with Buffalo Bill.
He was actually inspired by Ed Gein. I'm not lying to you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I am still invested. We got to keep going on this journey.
Boxes filled with body parts. They even discovered the head of Mary Hogan, a tavern owner who went missing in 1954. Most of the body parts Ed Gein himself confirmed came from 3 local graveyards he started to visit just 2 years after his mother's death. He had informed police that he wanted to create a woman's suit to become his mother and to quote allthatisinteresting.com, crawl into her skin.
That reminds me of an iconic Linkin Park song in the worst way. These wounds, they will not heal. Yeah, no, yeah, don't do this at home or anywhere, children. Condone wearing other people's skin. That's on the list now.
Lady Mel, please tell us what is on our list.
Things that the Ghoulies do not condone. Doing illegal drugs, incest, wearing other people's skin, and I forget something. I know there's a fourth, but I don't know where it went.
I believe you there too. I know we had a fourth somewhere.
We had a fourth one. Taking apparently.
We'll scrub through it. I'll have the list
If
posted.
someone can comment it, we will love you forever.
When in trial, the courts ruled that Ed Gein was not fit to stand trial and that he was insane, sending him to a Central State Hospital for the criminally insane and diagnosed him with schizophrenia. About 10 years after his sentencing, Gein was brought back to stand trial. And now he was deemed fit of mind. He was only tried for Bernice Warden's murder. Lady Mel, you're going to get angry with this.
Am I?
Oh, yes. The courts believed that trying him for Mary Hogan's murder would be a waste of money.
Boo! Assholes.
As Gein would stay in hospitals for the rest of his life. Ed Gein died in 1984 at the age of 77. He only ever admitted to killing Bernice Warden and Mary Hogan. Now, it is speculated that he also had a hand in killing 4 other girls. 2 young adolescent girls that went missing. One coming back from school, another one coming back from a babysitting gig. Mm-hmm. She was 14. They searched his property for any piece of her. There was no sign of her. But I do believe that around this time when Ed Gein was active, there was another serial killer active around that time as well.
Back in the day, there were a number of serial killers. We didn't really have like DNA evidence. Like in the mainstream. Like, people didn't even know what DNA was at the time Ed Gein was active, so they had to use a lot of older forensic science techniques to track killers. And it was also just a very different time in the States. People were a little more trusting in some ways and not so much in others. But basically, a white dude could just kind of walk around and be a little weird, and people like, oh, that's a little weird, and go about their day without thinking about it too hard. Ed Gein would probably have a way harder time these days.
I do agree, and I also believe, because of my day job, on the spectrum.
So what we would call in these days neurodivergent.
Yes, but it's to an aspect of he was probably on there, and yes, he could have probably done really well with like services to help him. At this time, those services were nowhere where they were supposed to be.
And I also noted that Augusta was noted for being verbally abusive in 1904. Mind you, children during this time are not the same as children now. Like, a lot of children had jobs. Some children smoked and drank. Like, raising children was a very different beast than it is now. So to be called verbally abusive to your children at this time meant that Augusta was something else.
Yeah. She got, from what I was reading, in a lot of like arguments in front of Gein. And the reason I keep calling him Gein, I'm not saying Ed, is because I want to pass along. Yes, these murders happened a long time ago. They're still murders. That's why I try to give his victims their full names so their names are fully remembered. Him, I'm not sure if it's a slight disrespect as well. Is like, no, I don't want to be saying Ed because that puts you in such like a friendly term.
We don't need to be friendly with nipple belt havers.
Or face havers.
Wait, I have a face though. Wait, other people's faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, other people's faces. Kids, keep your own face. You only get the one. Unless you're Ko the Face Stealer. Shout out to Avatar.
He would consistently see his brother get in verbal fights, and most likely it was probably also physical fights with the mom. I don't remember where I read the information, but I do believe that Henry was seeing another woman. Remember, he was the older brother. He was already getting ready to leave the house, and Augusta was throwing fits that he was seeing a woman, because all women were slutty, they were devilish, they were impure, they were there to corrupt her sweet, innocent angel children.
So what you're saying is that Augusta Gein was the prototype, hashtag boy mom of our era.
Yes. Or the other aspect of it was when the pick-me girl becomes the boy mom.
Yeah, no, that's seen that happen. It gets pretty ugly.
Yes. And because Gein idolized her so much, she could do no wrong in his eyes. So you can imagine this woman became his world. And if he was neurodivergent to the point where like his center focus was his mom, her leaving or her disappearing from his grasp or his field of view or world threw him into a fucking loop that, yes, on the outside he looked like he could manage everything, but he was coping in a whole fucking different way, and it was a very bad different way.
I mean, yeah, look, we all process grief in many different ways, but we don't murder. We don't serial murder, even.
But I like my cereal.
Fair. Different kind of cereal. But I might be the psycho because I have mine without milk.
Ma'am.
I can't help it. I don't like the texture.
You know what? Understandable.
I like crunching it like kibble.
Then are you gonna try the human kibble?
Cocoa Puffs is human kibble as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you are right. So, Ghoulies. Oh, it looks like this episode is actually gonna be roughly like an hour and 30-ish, give or take.
Perfect. Perfect to do laundry or cook to. Perhaps even play in the shower if you're brave.
Ooh.
Don't shower alone, kids. I don't.
Ma'am. You have a vampire joining you.
Look, when I look in the mirror, I only see my reflection.
Yeah, but you're seeing double hands.
Catching them too.
Ma'am. So, Ghoulies, we are now going to jump into the portion of the actual movie commentary. You guys are free to end the episode here because this is mainly going to be showing the the movie clips here, and we're just going to be commenting on specific parts of the movie. We have not posted the full movie.
We can't because of the greatest curse of all, copyright.
A lot of copyright.
So much copyright. And not for nothing, but I believe that was also the first time you and I had ever actually seen Psycho the whole way through.
Yes, it wasn't us watching little clips of it. No, it was the whole freaking thing.
Stands up. It still stands up. It is a solid film. 10 out of 10. R-rated toilet.
So before I drop you guys off on our little cinematic movie trailer or movie experience, Lady Mel.
Yes, Miss Jess.
Do you believe that Ed Gein inspired Norman Bates?
I am inclined to believe so. They both had some rather Oedipal relationships with their mothers. And the corpse/remains of a woman figure into both of their stories in very meaningful ways, and same with keeping a shrine/memory of their mother alive in ways that are not healthy.
I completely agree with you. The main difference being that Ed Gein wanted to crawl into the skin of his mother. Norman Bates had his mother inside of him.
Now, what a reversal.
Very. How the tables have turned.
How the tables have in fact turned. How quickly the turntables.
Scratchity scratchity. So Ghoulies,
We will be leaving you here, at least for now.
enjoy the movie, or what we have deemed that you should be watching of it. Thank you for joining us. Where the Ghoulies spill the tea.
Zip, zip.
So, bring up our site. And we shall begin watching. Enjoy, Ghoulies.
And my favorite version of this is the Scott Pilgrim chiptune one, by the way.
I just realized this is rated R, so we're gonna have to be cutting off some specific scenes. Is this rated R due to the Hays Code of the time?
I mean, it is rated R's for the 50s. So, it is rated R for toilet.
Great.
Starting strong.
Oh, look, there's trivia for us.
There is trivia for us. Bum, 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 bum. And Janet Leigh is Marion Crane. The and in the credits. Nowadays, you'll see someone and after all those other names. You'll be like, oh, they're not in this movie for long. That's not how this went for Psycho.
Oh gosh. Ghoulies, you're not gonna see this. I'm jamming out right now.
It's hella cute.
Music direction so far on point.
Oh, for sure. I feel spooked quite a bit.
We should have had popcorn done.
Next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this comes from a time where credits happen before and after the movie, as you can tell.
I see that. I know there's still some movies that still do that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you start with, the credits. You have the opening credits. And, now you kind of have just things happening throughout the opening credits instead of just this words and a screen. Now, we kind of get them mixed up a little more like we're seeing right now here in Phoenix, Arizona. Scandalous. Look at this. See, this is why this is rated R, girl. Is quality man titty right there.
The fact that there's lingerie here, and that would not be considered rated R for us at that time.
Also, I'm pretty sure these two aren't married.
Wait, married outside of the movie or in the movie?
In the movie. See? Oh, sir.
Last time.
Girl, he about to come right now.
I completely agree with you. I love her skirt from below.
Nah, girl, they are not.
I thought they were a married couple. Why are they hiding?
Girl, probably because they're having an affair.
Oh?
Remember, during this time, you couldn't get motel or hotel rooms if you were unmarried.
I didn't know that.
Or you could, but it was really looked down on. Yeah, babe, they don't have rings on their fingers.
Ooh, good catch.
I wonder why she's an ex-wife, sir.
I wonder how old both the actor and actresses are because I know they depicted like specific ages differently in movies than what we do now.
Mhm. Girl. You'll like a few other things too, Sam.
Miss Ma'am, I don't think Sam's actually getting divorced.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's leading this girl on.
How many times have we heard they're in separation, they're about to get divorced?
Yeah, it's just the love left a long time ago and I stayed for the kids, blah, blah, blah.
We know that's never true.
Nope. But yes, this is the kind of scandalous behavior that made this movie be rated R. And of course, the murder.
And with how murder is now depicted in modern times, I wonder how graphic it was here.
Huh?
Ah!
On your wedding day? To be fair, I'm not going to judge. Shit's stressful.
Remember that I think at this time they actually it was more high or more normal to hold yourself over for your first time being your married couple.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm guessing the tranquilizers were for her not to feel the pain.
Ooh, wee. That's literally me showing people pictures of my cats that you know of.
What gets me so confused is the way she looked at the photo, almost as if like she's like, "Oh, she can get married, I can't."
Mm-hmm. Crying in economy.
Miss Mem, I think we're gonna have to do calculations and put in text later how
Mm-hmm.
much that was in modern time.
Yeah.
Waving the money around.
Ooh, yes. Rated R for tax evasion.
The fact that the how intense he looks at her
Mm-hmm.
like brings me so much concern.
So, I did the calculation. It was $440,890. That's close to half a million that he's waving around right now in today money.
Holy cow.
So it was a nice, nice house he got for his daughter.
I'm guessing she's not gonna follow that.
I mean, we do need the movie to happen.
Ma'am, he didn't even like come in before you opened that door.
Mm-hmm. I believe he is pre-gaming.
They are pre-gaming, my dear. Why do I feel like also hitting her up, but that could just be my mentality?
It was the late 50s, early 60s. He's absolutely hitting on her.
Well then, oh, he's waving off around the money, showing off that hey, I have all this money and this is all for my girl. Imagine what I can do for you.
Oh, and now we have the black version of that first outfit, which is really just a bra and a slip, but how nice it looks on her.
A fuck ton of money. Ma'am, weren't you supposed to deposit that in the bank?
I mean, theoretically, she may be on her way to do that. I doubt it, but she's thinking real hard about it.
Yeah, she keeps staring back and she's like, am I gonna do this? Am I not? Am I really gonna do this?
Because think about it. Like, Sam has all this money that he owes in alimony, and that could solve their problems really fast.
You know what? You're right, because he was saying that he was gonna get that alimony money back from his wife.
Mm-hmm.
That headache is fucking killing her very badly.
Mm-hmm. Headache, guilt, questionable intentions.
Question: I'm seeing her drive. Were women allowed to drive around this time, or was it very
If they had a
unlikely?
license. Because this was after the 40s when a lot of women had to go into the workforce during World War II. And not everybody went back home. Like, a lot of offices had as secretaries, and that's what she is. She's a real estate secretary.
perfectly makes sense. I just wanted to question it because I'm like, okay, that's sometimes questionable.
And this movie takes place in, like, Arizona, California, out there, and it probably would have been different in other states.
Completely understandable. Miss Ma'am, wake up.
Wakey wakey.
Those aviators, goddamn.
Hmm. A lot wrong, officer, but I'm not here to tell you any of that. This sucks in every era.
Yeah, and his lips are trembling too.
Hmm.
You notice that, right? Like they always look like they're like trembling almost.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was really cold on that set.
Oh, baby, do not run. Don't do what I think you're
Oh, away she goes.
exactly what I thought she wasn't gonna do, and she exactly does it. And the cop's just gonna follow her.
Baby, there is no one else around for miles.
Where the heck do you think you're gonna go? It's a cop.
I mean, she's trying to get to Sam's place, wherever that is, apparently towards Bakersfield, sorry.
Oh, where did that car come out of?
Oh, yeah, baby girl is stressed. All right, and away he goes. Cool, cool.
Oh, so he had given her the okay to leave. I
Yeah,
thought he
basically.
didn't.
But remember, she's traveling with a shitload of money for this time, so she's very worried about people knowing that about her.
No, yeah, and it's also the fact that it was supposed to be in the bank.
Yeah, she's not supposed to have that money. Not hers.
I wonder. Hold up, hold up. So I wonder right here
Mm-hmm.
if she's gonna end up finding the guy she's having the affair with back with his wife, and that's why she leaves the other motel, but she takes the money with her. Because I remember part of this money with her still.
Yeah. I, I have no idea. This is all new to me.
We're gonna find out, Ghoulie.
We shall. God, I love the fashion. What a progressive movie. This woman is out here committing crimes like any gal can.
Oh, she's at a dealership,
Mm-hmm. Because she's gonna switch out cars.
and the cop is staking her out.
Shady, shady, shady. Ha!
I like that saying.
You know what? I'm not sure about the intention, but he is right. We will. I think you already had a few cups, sir.
And now she notices the cop.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, shit.
Sweetheart, he's gonna find out where you're going and you're changing your cars. Your plan's busted here.
Oh, the direct approach. Maybe.
Most people don't like confrontation.
Eh.
Maybe.
Ooh, damn. The necessary papers. Not necessarily that it's hers, just the necessary papers. She's not lying.
To do the trade in. Mm-hmm. And that cop's gonna figure everything out. This man already clocked that the cop was there.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Perfect. And plenty left for Sam.
Ma'am, please spare some change.
Imagine the poor person in the stall, like, listening to this happen.
Ma'am, it doesn't help that you keep looking back at the police officer.
Oh. He's getting bored. He's leaving. Peace. Oh God, is it getting worse? It's getting worse. Never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. Whoop whoop. That's the sound of the police.
Sir, you almost smacked her foot.
Well, she was the first customer of the day, and she sure is trouble.
She just so badly wants to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing shady about that at all. Classic mistake, girly pop.
It's that she can't deposit that money in her bank either.
Because it's not her money.
I just noticed her eyebrows. Did they change with makeup on her eyebrows to make her look more like concerned
Probably.
or agitated?
I would say so.
They did.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're starting to put the pieces together back home, so she can't go back. Yes, sir. You dumped it out like a dumbass.
It's very easy for people to pretend not to be interested.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah, we don't have the high ray lights in this time.
Oh god, this is just gonna give you anxiety that she's gonna crash. I always assumed in the scenes that I saw that this was going to be like a big like house, not an actual motel.
It is in fact a motel and not a Holiday Inn.
But our Lord and Savior has not blessed this location.
Oh, on the contrary, I'm pretty sure it's cursed.
That's the house I remember.
That's the one, yep. Oh, that's one way to get attention.
That's also one way to get attacked. Well, I'm guessing at this time you wouldn't walk up to someone's porch and knock on their door because you get shot for real.
Depends on the state.
I love the fact that I could notice that the actor mouth was not moving at all in that scene.
Yep, they dubbed that shit right over. Damn, why do all the cute ones gotta be crazy? And she's writing not an alibi, an alias, so she's using a different name.
And I'm guessing since she's gonna pay cash, it's not gonna get checked against her um ID.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I noticed that he was gonna go for number 2, and then he chose for number 1.
Yes, he did. He hesitated. Yeah, but it's raining, bro. Like, and there's no Uber Eats, there's no DoorDash.
I'm also guessing it's the fact that he was gonna give her number 2 was far away from the location
Mm.
because he could do something, but because she's so close, he's like, no, missing persons there, they'll come looking.
Mm. So, fun fact, this is Anthony Perkins, and his son, Osgood Perkins, appears in Legally Blonde, and also ended up directing a few horror movies himself.
You're kidding.
I'm not. So, have you seen Legally Blonde?
I am in love with Legally Blonde. I've also seen the musical.
So, do you remember Elle's like intern group, like the tall guy that she like slaps the girls, and it's like, "You've been the best sex of my life."
Yes, I remember that
That's
scene.
his son.
What?
Let me just double check to make sure it's not like son and not grandson, but I know that he's Osgood Sir Perkins and related.
Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna see if I post up that part of Legally Blonde up for us, guys. I'm gonna see how this gets cut up in editing, by the way.
There may be like a future iteration of recording where like one of us is summarizing parts in between, so it's not just semi-dead air and like, random things. But I think we'll definitely have moments. And I'm looking it up. I am looking it up. And his father is in fact Anthony Perkins. His father is Norman Bates.
Holy cow!
Yep.
Lady Mel, keep the crowd entertained.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, man. Jess doesn't know what I'm gonna say, and fun fact, neither do I. Like any other day of the week ending in Y. That's the thing. The thing is that it's every day. I have no idea what I'm gonna say half the time. Oh, right. Shit. The coffee. All good. Right, baby is trying to sleep. I gotta be quiet. I'm Cuban. This is gonna be hard. My name is Melanie, and this is Jackass. All right. Psycho. Oh my goodness. Boy, is it a movie, let me tell you. So we start off, and it's this couple in a motel, right? It's like, okay, whatever. It's a couple in a motel. But then you remember, it's like 1960. So this is like hella not okay for the time because, like, they're not married. I'm pretty sure they're not even engaged. And it's a Hays Code. Like, it's actually, let me double check. I'm going to Wikipedia, Googleify that information for the Hays Code right quick so we're all on the same page. Right. So the Hays Code was from 1934 to 1968, and it restricted nudity, sexual content, perversion, homosexuality. interracial relationships, excessive violence, and immorality, aiming to protect quote unquote traditional values and avoid government censorship. So, right off the bat, we are seeing an immoral situation play on screen right before our eyes as Janet Lee, or I think it's Janet Lee and not Vivian Lee. Vivian Lee was in Gone with the Wind. Janet Lee was in this movie. Let me just double check that real quick. Yes, it is Janet Lee. So we start with Janet Lee, and she's playing Marion, and she is with her fuckboy boyfriend, Sam, who's like, yeah, girl, I love you, but also I can't be with you because I'm divorced and I gotta pay my alimony, my ex wife. Man, I'm so broke. If I wasn't broke, we could be together. And then she's like, what if I got us money? And he's like, ha 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 ha, JK, JK, unless, but also, haha, JK, I have no intention of actually being with you, but you're not gonna see that. Like so many of our other friends and us at times have been through. The Delulu be strong sometimes. So, what does girlfriend do? She decides to do the reasonable thing, break up with Sam. No, she doesn't. She decides to embezzle money for him because have you really, really ever really been in a relationship unless you've embezzled your money for a fuckboy? Probably not. Who's to say? So, so Marion is making questionable life decisions, one of which is checking into the Bates Motel run by this guy. Yes, Norman Bates. Totally nebbish and yet somewhat charming. This you're going to learn very quickly. Your girl has problems. Your girl is very attracted to sweet nerdy guys and potentially ones with a slightly dangerous side to them. And I'm looking at him, it's like, "Oh, you're sweet. You're nerdy. You can't even say bad. You're gonna be a murderer, aren't you?" And if this movie wasn't already hella old, that would be a spoiler. But it's Psycho. We all know that this man is a murderer, but damn, why do all the crazy ones gotta be cute? And don't get me started on the mommy issues. Or, well, actually, maybe do. Half of this movie is gonna be mommy issues. At least. Here we find ourselves waiting, watching, hoping that, maybe Marion will get out of this. But let's be real, folks. We all know it's not going to happen. Why? Because it's a Hitchcock film. And good things don't happen to people in Hitchcock films, man. You either get murdered in a hotel, you get attacked by birds, wait, was Rear Window, I don't think, was Rear Window Hitchcock? Rear Window was. Also, Rope. Rope is a fantastic movie. It is very much a movie about gay murderers that couldn't say they were gay because it was during the Hays Code. So, what had happened during Rope? That, a gay couple, Brandon and Philip, but they are roommates to
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
avoid getting censored, strangle to death their former classmate from prep school, and then they decide, I bet we can get away with this. And then the whole rest of the movie is them trying to get away with this. A lot of Hitchcock movies are like that, y'all. It's people really believing in their own hubris, doing some very naughty, not nice things, and then eventually becoming undone by that hubris. The dichotomy of man. Strangers on a Train is also good because you have people who meet on a train and they're like, man, I sure want to murder this person. And then the other person's like, man, I want to murder this person. Hey, what if I murdered your person and you murdered my person? And thus, we kind of throw off the cops and then nobody can put the pieces together. And then one person's like, bet. And the other person's like, bet, but also you're probably kidding. And then the person they wanted dead is dead because that stranger on the train held up their end of the bargain and is expecting that first person to hold up theirs. And it's a whole mess. Moral of the story, don't talk to people on public transportation. God, what other Hitchcock movie can I explain poorly? I know literally nothing about North by Northwest other than it has that one scene of a guy running through a field with a plane after him. And, yeah, that's been referenced in God knows how many other pieces of media. I still know nothing about what North by Northwest is. Oh, fun fact, the Hitchcockian style includes the use of editing and camera movement to mimic a person's gaze, thereby turning viewers into voyeurs and framing shots to maximize anxiety and fear. So basically, Alfred Hitchcock kind of had a method of filmmaking that turned all of us into people watching the action unfold. We're all in the cuck chair when Alfred Hitchcock is directing. Okay, sign number one that something's not okay with this guy, other than immediately offering dinner to a woman who came in to his motel. Um, Milk with dinner, beyond being a baby.
For me, it's the sandwiches.
Oh, Norman Bates anything, but at least he's not lactose. Yeah, baby girl, this is like a side dip. You're not going to have a safe deposit box here.
Oh, doesn't that look non-suspicious?
Just don't be suspicious. You are all of us like leaning in when people are arguing outside, babe.
And how loud is screaming that you can hear it from the other?
Oh, when the tea is good.
Yes, sweet baby girl, look as if nothing has happened.
This movie is rated R for arguing with your mother and telling her to shut up.
I would have gotten hit with a sandal.
Well, I was just about to say that was at least one chancletazo.
Oh, fuck yeah. By the way, from what I'm seeing right now, that he may not be not the serial because we know this. Shocker, spoiler alert, guys. If you haven't seen the 1960s Psycho,
Or haven't read any, you know, media adjacent to it within the past. I'll be generous and say 50 years.
we're looking here at a non-neurotypical behavior.
Hmm. Okay, that explains why I find him attractive.
He doesn't have to be neurotypical for you to find him attractive.
I'm I'm seeing elements of my husband and how he behaves. My husband is not a serial killer, just a vampire. Different.
Are we sure?
I mean, look, some people embezzle $40,000. People look aside when their spouse doesn't show up in a mirror. We all do things in the name of love.
Ma'am, this man also buys you shiny rocks. Are we sure he's not a penguin?
Well, you know, penguin pebbling is also
A man should have a hobby.
a lifestyle.
So this movie was in 1960.
Correct.
So, The Wizard of Oz was 1963 that I came out.
Girl, no, it was 1939. Wizard of Oz? 1939 with Judy Garland.
God dang it, I'm off.
Babes.
I'm off. I was gonna say, oh, they didn't do Technicolor with this one. But I'm guessing this was cheaper and it gave more of a horror aesthetic.
Bingo, yes. Hitchcock had a very specific way of filming. Black and white.
Not to kink shame, but I'm not into voyeurism.
We're all in the cuck chair when Alfred's there.
God dang it. Oh, notice this. When we're facing our female, we're almost like dead straight staring at her. But when it comes to him,
Yeah.
we're looking at him from a lower angle. Like it's almost like he's towering over. The words does not want to come to my mouth. Subtly. There we go. Subtly.
Yeah. And then there's the owl, taxidermied owl behind him in flight, like about ready to catch a prey.
And we are the prey because it's facing directly at us.
Mm-hmm. And who's the predator in this frame right now? Oh, mommy issues galore.
My eyes keep going back to that fuck now. Ignoring him, and I think that was the intention.
Mm-hmm. But also notice the paintings.
I was about to point that out too.
As we know the iconic scene. Both of those paintings involve women, like naked, act with like a type of shawl or curtain around.
Mm-hmm. Oh?
Hmm?
She's as stuffless as one of those stuffed
As
birds.
harmless as one of those is foreshadowing.
Yeah.
This is a very weird first.
And I think he does believe.
Oh, for sure. Interesting. Norman is putting some things together, and specifically that this lady is not who she wrote herself down to be in the book. Oh, and here's more voyeurism. That's why you put her in that room so you could watch her. Yeah, Norman's got problems.
Yeah, I had to pump up the audio because it didn't look like it was coming through in the record.
Yes, Norman, you're a naughty boy. Ugh, you were like maybe 20 years away from solid treatment and or people who shared that kink.
Would have thrived.
Babes, don't hook up with men who make you do their math for them. This poor lady trying to figure out how much money she has to have left over for this guy's. Could not be me.
That's even getting a divorce from him. Strongly fucking out.
Yeah, he could be lying. They do that. Oh, there's the first toilet in cinema.
Ah, the history.
They can subscribe for more. Rated R for on-screen toilets. Ah, yes, the iconic moment, the scene. No, thank you. That is very.
I'm gonna be honest, my ass would have slipped so fucking hard on that tub.
But if you notice, the knife never made impact with the skin.
No, I noticed that. I noticed that it just like very lightly just like appeared on top.
Right. And the blood, I want to say, was chocolate syrup.
It was, I think, because it shows up the way blood would show up on on grayscale. Because actual red would not show up that dark.
No, it had to appeal to like the monochromatic touch. And yeah, see, rated R for chocolate blood.
Not chocolate rain.
Some stay dry, others feel. Mostly Janet Leigh. But yeah, tasteful nude murder.
Now here's my thing, because I always assumed this was gonna be our final girl. I'm guessing this isn't our final girl.
So the thing about this movie was Alfred Hitchcock was determined not to let people spoil that she wasn't the final girl.
Holy cow.
Like there's still a whole movie after this.
Oh, that little twitch of the eye.
That's terrifying. I hated that.
Terrifying, but she does so good of a job.
And there's the money that's still unaccounted for. Oh, Norman. Sweet Norman. Sweet dissociative Norman.
Was the call here that the old term was DID?
Oh, dissociative identity disorder? Or
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure what I think Norman. I think in keeping with the Hays Code, Eve is just, yet another immoral person caught in an immoral web. I think Norman was supposed to be the punishment for this lady not being, like, living up to things.
Guessing for lying.
Mhm.
Because I noticed he does not like dishonesty.
No.
So if she was honest with him from the beginning, maybe she would not have ended up dead.
But also, Mans is also peeping through the hole. That's not cool, dog.
That's true.
That boy is corrupt.
Ah, yes. Use the pole to move the body.
Gotta make sure it's not moving. Gotta mop it.
Oh, yep. He's gonna mop up the blood.
Sir, how high is that water bill? You already flushed cinemas first.
We're still here, Ghoulies.
We're just doing responsible things like checking on the baby. While Norman does responsible adult things like cleaning up after a murder.
Didn't see what he did with the body.
He put the shower curtain on the rug like a tarp and then put the body on it. It's like, motherfucker, you've done this before. You're too good at this.
I think that's the foreshadowing us to as the viewer. Oh, the normal.
Let's look at like the technique. The wax on, the wax off. This man knows how to clean very well, sure, but it's a murder. He's not at all like super shaken by everything. Focused on making sure it's clean. And look, we all grieve in very different.
Oh no, yeah.
You know what he's not doing? Calling the cops. You know what? Damn. They really did have trunks you could put bodies in back.
Email, how many bodies do you think we could fit in there?
At least 3. Oh, are we doing a body check? Let's see. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Okay. That trunk is massive, girl.
It is massive. Are we fitting the bodies for U shape? What do you think?
Okay. So, assuming that we can get them in before rigor set, the problem will be getting them out. I think we can put in, at the very least, 3 mid-sized adults. Like, one of me, one of you, and one of Eddie.
You know what? That very way to see it. Yeah, because I'm 4'11".
5'8".
5'8", and Eddie's like 6 something.
No, he's 5'10".
He's 5'10".
5'10 and a half on a good day.
Oh yeah, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can fit at least 4 of me in there.
Yeah. Bodies on bodies on bodies.
The beautiful side is that I know that the noise suppression is gonna be so nice when it comes to editing this.
Mm-hmm.
Norman, you don't have to take the hanger.
What if he wants the clothes to not get wrinkled?
Well, he just shoved it all wrinkled.
Gotta hang it.
Evidence. Norman, are you gonna check if those shoes fit you?
Girl, maybe. They might be from up.
That's true. Funny.
But of course. It's wrapped in an old newspaper, so.
Norman, we all know that you have already told us. Ooh, ooh, another car. And he's even shocked himself.
Very popular all of a sudden, huh, Norman?
Mm-hmm. Get a look inside the trunk to see how the body fit.
We're gonna have to use our imaginations.
I look how they keep flashing them at us.
Because we know, but he doesn't. It's that beautiful sense of dramatic irony.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the new car she bought?
That is.
And the cops are gonna know that. Help solve her own murder if they find her car.
They find it. Going to do.
Gonna Lake?
We may not be in Florida, but he's still gonna find the one swamp he can.
Bye. No, not a quarter, 500,000.
This is giving tarp.
Mm-hmm.
I know there are a bunch of those.
Oh, he's not happy that it stopped. Is this our final girl? I'm gonna look at the eyebrows. The eyebrows will give it away for me.
He looks concerned, that's for sure. Oh, Sam. Here with Mr. Fuck. Oh, shit. Bob, take a hint. Uh-oh. Feels like a private invest.
Yeah. Wait, it looks like she's wearing a wig.
Yep. The man with the fedora is a private investor. Hmm. Yep. Oh, babe.
She's already in deep.
Mostly in the swamp.
I don't think he will.
Not the way I hope, that's for sure. He really is just not. Oh, here's the one supposed to be at. Dang creepy.
Just look at the numbers.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he put the key for number 1.
Remember, there were 2. I'm trying to see if.
Uh,
Oh,
mm,
contradiction.
uh-huh. Fucked up, Norm.
Did he cross her name off fast?
Hmm. Ooh, not the handwriting sample.
Ooh, he's getting nervous.
Uh-huh.
Stop playing.
I'm trying to be quiet for the. I have too quiet and too fucking loud.
Right.
See?
I don't know, but I'm awake. I sent Miguel to her.
Hi, my.
Ooh,
What am I noticing?
so the lighting
Uh-huh.
was the private detective was more shrouded
Mm-hmm.
in darkness, while Norman Bates was more lit up.
Right. Mm. Oop.
Ooh,
Up, sir. Very technically.
lost your chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you would.
You would. But you're also not a cop. Very technically, you could kind of do that, homie. Oh, it's California. Oh, I think it's California. Late 50s.
And we know he's coming back.
Oh, of course.
And most of our watchers with our demographic know that that's a rotary phone.
I mean, the fact that he has to go to a booth in general, as
Mhm.
was the style at the time.
And you, sir, will now end up dead.
At the very least, bravely in. Oh, well, look at that. There was a safe. Not in her. I wouldn't go there if I were you.
Good thing he's not you.
Good thing I'm not him.
Yep. Then how are we supposed to get the murder?
You know, fair. I mean, we already got them. But have you heard about second murder?
I've always wanted a second murder.
You know, it's like, it's for homicidal hobbit, which should be a
Yes.
band name.
You know what I think there is?
There are homicidal hobbits?
No, I think there's a band name named Homicidal Hobbits.
I think those are just goblins. Oh, no. I don't like any.
It refers to Smeagol and Golem.
Oh, well, you know what? Fair. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
There we go, second murder.
No. La policía, no. Damn. Damn. Sir, don't be macking on your dead girlfriend's sister.
There is no band named Homicidal Hobbit, but there are quite a few bands named Homicidal.
Well, Telling you, sitting on gold.
Yeah, and then there's Hobbit metal too.
Primo about potato.
Well, second breakfast.
And elevensies.
Yes. No. Well, yes.
Oof.
They know she's dead. Yes.
Yes. There's potential murder.
Ooh.
Right, because there's an operator.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Hmm. Oof. Listening.
Ooh.
Rated R for awkward family positions. Saying, homie, something's not adding up.
Something is not adding up.
Oh, hello, Norman. I mean, I could ask the same question to a mirror. Just. Ooh, yes.
Ooh, look at that sway.
Rated R for that cake.
Those hips.
Killer cake.
They're no better than men.
No, not at all. Not even for a second.
I really do wonder how he does the voice for her.
I feel like they got different voice actors.
I love the way. I love the way the camera work is and how they're not really showing you his mother.
Not at all. And you would think like her feet would be kicking. But then he's like, no, she's an invalid. It gives you the idea to put up that much of a fight physically.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Sheriff, that is one difference you have. We do believe in ghosts. That said, it's not ghosts. It's just murder.
No, it's murder.
Definitely.
Murder, she wrote.
Murder, she wrote.
Oh, in this term, it's he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pausing right now, real quick.
What's happening? What's happening?
I do like the fact that so far from what we have seen of Sam, it looks like he was telling the truth of like getting a divorce from his wife. He has to pay the alimony because he comes out straight and tells the sheriff she came to this town because of me.
Right. So he's not hiding that at least. Like for the time and where the culture was when this movie was made, just getting divorced in general was
Yeah. And so I give props like from where we started in the movie to where we are now, it's a complete like 180 for Sam.
yeah, it's like, you know what, Sam? This wouldn't even be a thing we're taking place days.
Oh yeah, like Sam, you were a beige flag. Now so far you are a green flag for
Yeah.
me.
Just the way she was trying to fix his got her killed.
It is. It is.
Unfortunately.
And I'm wondering if she would have shown, and this is not saying she's a victim here.
Mhm.
I don't know how to word this correctly, and I'll see if I let this pass through.
The filter.
Yeah, the filter or like the editing.
Or maybe you say it and then I can say what you're going to say and let me massage it.
Please, the massage is consensual, guys. Just so you know, I don't. She is the victim in this aspect. She is she's not a victimless victim. Is because she did do something that she wasn't supposed to.
She's a morally gray character.
Yes. Um, but I'm also thinking of in a sense like, hey, maybe if you would have like shown a little bit more interest in Norman Bates, you may not have ended up in the scenario you are in now, or found yourself dead. But then I'm like, no, like it still probably would have happened. It would have taken longer.
Right. I mean, Girly Pop made a lot of questionable decisions to get a result she wanted. Like, she never would have even ended up at the Bates Motel. She hadn't taken that money. You do things in the heat of passion, things short sighted. And I think part of this whole film is talking about impulse. Because I think we're going to find out what really happened the night Norman's mother and her lover passed away.
You know what? I think you're complete. Because that's what this is leading up to, but it's also seeing the impulse of the trying to, hey, no, like I'm not sitting back, I'm going. And this also refers right back to the car dealership man,
Yeah.
where he says like, I can tell you what to do, but you're a woman, you're always gonna do what you want to do.
And that is based, that's just human nature, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do us girly pops get the reputation, especially in this time? But humans are gonna human,
Yeah.
and that's very like Psycho is very much a humans are human.
Yes.
Like, Psycho is very a humans are gonna human type of movie. Together. Like, no one here is pure and good, but they also deserve better. And that's why I like Hitchcock's character. They're human. They're people. You don't have these paragons of virtue. They're like you or me, given the side of murder. Okay.
Yeah, like just as you were saying, like they're all morally gray characters. So we're gonna continue our movie.
Do it. There was only one bed.
They're starting this off the way the movie started off.
So we have some echoes.
Mm-hmm. Norman, this is the most your motel has gotten services. Oh, you liking the lady? But you don't know if she's alone or not. Ooh, are you gonna put your name as Sam?
Gotta put down their names as the quote unquote married.
Yeah, but remember that Norman Bates knows that the lady that he killed, her boyfriend's name is Sam. Nope, she was trying to see if the door opened or wasn't locked.
Smart.
I love the fact that he's also keeping them far away from him.
Oh, yes.
Ma'am, I don't think you're gonna find much.
Ooh,
Ma'am, he didn't give a fuck about the money.
you don't know that.
You know what? Yeah, we are right about the eyebrows.
Yep.
Because her eyebrows aren't as intense as the first lady's.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Good place to start as any.
I do like her shoes.
I mean, the style in general of this time, I've always loved. I tend to go for goth rockabilly. This, but like Morticia Adams, Lee Munster, and Elvira for me.
Like, I keep looking at her heel size. I'm debating if this is what's considered a kitten heel or not.
Any heel's a kitten heel when I'm wearing it.
looking at the style, 'cause I really do agree with you that style that they have. Like, I like the way men dressed here, but I know it's like tough. Like, you could still do it at this time. It's not convenient.
No, not a convenient. And gotta love just a sharp suit.
Hmm. Like, I know for my gentleman, my lovely, lovely, he's more into sportswear.
Oh, of course, athleisure.
Because he's always working out. And I know your vampire lord has a very awesome trench coat that he loves.
Yes, that he rarely gets to wear down in Florida. And bless him, he has indulged me with his compression shirt.
A knife?
Knife to meet you. Girl, you don't split the party.
I don't think they've ever played D&D.
You know what? Fair D&D didn't exist at this time. Gary Gygax was probably an infant.
Sir, are you planning to die? Is this your foreshadowing of your death?
Sam, no.
We just made you a green flag.
Just all the good ones are crazy you're about to.
And what I love is that most likely Norman is in his parlor and saw them.
Hey, buddy. Oh.
That smirk, he knows they weren't taking a nap.
Okay, go, go, go. Do the thing.
What did she notice there? The door. Ma'am, at least close the door behind you.
Girl, it ain't your house to let the air condition. Damn, that's a nice house. I didn't realize. Waiting in motel. Duchess.
Ma'am, did you get scared of your own mirror?
I mean, it is in the bedroom.
There's 2 mirrors in the bed.
That's a problem. The indentation, I hate. No, thank you.
That means there's something there for a while.
Or has.
The nose profile on both these guys. Wait. My mother and I were more past tense.
Past tense.
He's not catching him.
Not because he's emotionally heightened now.
Mm-hmm. The cellar. Check the cellar.
Hmm. Interesting.
The tapping finger. Ooh.
Oh. Ooh.
The jar didn't even hit his head.
I'm glad we're not watching this with my vampire, because he would have things to say about the stage photography.
Yep. I don't doubt it. Cellar.
Spooky basement stairs.
Oh, so close.
Girl.
Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Normally, we would not vote for someone going deeper into a clearly haunted house. But we're so close to unraveling this mystery.
We still haven't found out what happened with Norman's mom and her boyfriend.
I mean, I think we're about to find out. Ooh, brother. Ooh. Same girl. RuPaul would hate this. Wig snatched.
Dress undone.
Mm-hmm. Gasps, gasped.
The fact that the skull still has the nose.
Taxidermy.
Mm-hmm.
About that, sir. Oof. Oh, man. Oh, she did as fuck, girl.
Oh, now we're getting the full.
Ooh. Edible. Uh-oh.
This is strongly referencing the gentleman of our horror that will happen later on podcast.
Ah, so, we're seeing some parallels between fiction and fact.
Yes, very strong parallel.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah.
Ooh.
Damn, dog. And yet.
He committed it. Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. That popped up.
Mm. Like you said when he was cleaning. Yep.
Mm-hmm. The views.
I mean, you tried, I guess? Rocky Horror has some thoughts about this. Mostly from Transylvania.
Yep. Mother.
Not him, that's for sure.
Swamp.
Ooh.
Ooh, the skull.
Yo. Yep. That, my dear, is Psycho. What a film that was.
That was a film.
So we're gonna see how this connects our very real life, at least for this episode.
Hitting the real life horror villain. Ed Gein.
Gory, gory Gein.